Hello everybody. I have been asked to do a video explaining how to wind a bobbin and thread a machine. So I'm going to do my best to show that to you. This is my machine, and I have this tape on here because I had a girl that I was teaching to sew, and I was trying to help her be able to do a straight line. But anyway, to get to the bobbin, you have to pull this piece off. And I set that aside, and I always have a Dollar Tree, I think these are blush brushes. Anyway, every time I open my bobbin area to change bobbins or whatever, I always clean it out. And I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I can adjust this. There we go. I always clean it out like this. I watched a video from a professional sewing machine repairman, and he said not to use canned air. And the reason he said not to use canned air was because it packs the dirt and debris down back into your machine. So every time I change my bobbin, I do that. Well, sometimes, occasionally, I take it apart more. So I flip those two little dills back, and then I pull these two pieces out, and then I clean out more. See, there's quite a bit more lint and stuff in there. So it's just good to keep your machine running smoothly by cleaning it out. So I thought I'd go ahead and show you how to do that. And you can blow on it, but just don't use the canned air. Now when you go to put it back together, first you need to put this piece back. And you just kind of feel, first of all, you pay attention to where it was when you took it off. And then just kind of put it back together there, and you let it be careful there. And then this piece is easy to figure out how it goes, because this piece here is where the needle is going to be going up and down, and then these two bumps is where those little levers are going to catch onto it. So you put that on, and then you push those back to lock it into place. Okay, so I took my bobbin out, and my bobbin case, and your bobbin case has a little lever here, and that keeps it from falling out, and also it helps you to put it in, and you just kind of feel around. Usually this little lever here is up, and then you hear a snap, and then you know you've got it in right. But we're going to fill a bobbin, so I'm going to get a bobbin out of here that's empty. So I have an empty bobbin, and then I'm going to show you. I'm going to go up here, maybe. Okay, I'm going to go up to the top of my machine. Now, I used to pull my thread from here out, but that same repairman guy said don't do that. Cut your thread and then pull it out from the bottom, because that way if there's any lint, it won't pull it back into places. So I have my thread here, and then there's this little knob right here, and I'm going to go around that. Kind of hard to hold my tripod and do this. Anyway, then I'm going to hook this onto the bobbin, and I'll set this down so I can show you. What I do is I just poke one in through one of these holes. And then just pull up on that thread. Okay, now I'm going to put it up here on this little thing right here. And then I'm going to push it over. See how it's pushed over? That was before, here's after. And I'm going to hang on to that. The thread's going through there. And then on my machine, you just pull this out. And what that does is it keeps the needle from going up and down while you're filling up your bobbin. So I'm going to start filling my bobbin, and I hang on to that thread, and see, as you see, the needle isn't going up and down. And while I had that over there, this came off. It kind of, sometimes it just comes right off. Anyway, so just pay attention to how it's threading. See how it's going up and down nicely? All right, I'm not going to fill it all the way up just for time's sake. So then I have, let's pretend that it filled all the way up. If it filled all the way up to capacity, this thing would pop over there. And then I just cut it off, and then I'll push this thing back in so that my needle will go up and down. I take my thread off of there, and now I'm going to show you how to thread the machine and then how to put the bobbin back in. So all machines are very, very similar. So you just take your thread, and then this one, you go under there, and you always make sure that your presser foot is up when you're, I'm not used to doing it with this hand. All right. Because if you do it down, then your tension in this part here won't be right. So you want to make sure that it is up. So you come down through there, and then up, and then your needle is supposed to be all the way up too. So you see that I can catch that on there. You see where I caught that on there? And then you go back down. I apologize for the bad filming. But then you hook it onto one of these little catcher things. Now I am going to cut it off. I should quit looking through the camera and look at what I'm doing. All right, I have now you can put your presser foot down. And my hands kind of shake. So the easiest way for me to thread the needle is to put it between my two fingers. And I am a lot more successful at threading my needle that way. See, I did that. So I raise the presser foot up. When the presser foot is down, you can't pull your thread, so you need to raise your presser foot up. All right, so now I'm going to insert my bobbin. I'll take the old bobbin out. All right, to know that you are inserting your bobbin correctly, I always do it so that the thread is going away from me. So like if I'm holding it like this and pointing my finger, that thread is going away from me. So then I take my bobbin and slip it into it, slip the bobbin into the bobbin case. And then if you look, there's a little split. Can you see that little split? Take your thread and go into that split, and then bring it forward in front of that piece there that's over there. All right, now my bobbin is in the bobbin case properly. So now I hang on to this little lever, and I press it back into the bottom part. And let me tip this up. On this machine, you can tell that when it's right, because see that little indentation there? That means I have it, that's where you put it. And then you hear a snap. And if it's loose, running around, flipping around, it is not in correctly. All right, so now I need to bring the thread up from the bottom. So I hang on to my top thread, and then I turn my wheel with my hand towards myself, hanging on to the thread, and go all the way around, and then pull up. And can you see the thread there? That's up from the bottom. So you can either grab a hold of it like that, or use a scissors or something. The machine is now threaded. then you can just put your, I don't know where that came from. You can put your, close your little thing, put your machine back together, and you're ready to sew. I hope that helped. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.